What's up guys, this is an Airsoft Review coming at you again with yet another review. And if you can't tell, today we have the Magpul ACR Masada. Now, this is the box that the Magpul ACR Masada comes in. It's black with these beautiful orange accents. Inside the box you'll find a Magpul PTS 120 round mid-capacity PMag, a black Magpul 5.56 round that's used as a tool to take apart the gun, some warranty stuff, paperwork, and a couple videos that has the Magpul manual. Oh yeah, and if you're lucky you'll find one of these too, the Magpul PTS Masada. Externally, the Magpul Masada is beautiful. The metal is an anodized aluminum. On the black version, the metal is anodized, and on the tan and OD versions, they're Duracoated. But that's not a big deal, it just lasts a little bit longer and looks a little bit cleaner. The handguard, lower receiver, stock, and M-bus style sight are all a high-impact polymer that are made of the same material as the PMag, and they're going to last you a long time. They are awesome. The Magpul Masada is literally covered in Magpul trademarks and little logos. The Magpul Masada comes with two flip-up sights, a front post sight and a rear M-bus style sight. Both of them are flip-up and both of them are very nice. The rear sight can be adjusted for windage side to side. The gun features three metal quick detach sling mounts, two on the front, on both sides, and finally one at the end of the stock. All of these can be moved around for whatever you need. The Masada features a riseable cheek rest. Simply push it back, pull it up, and push it forward to lock it in. It only rises about a ½ inch, but I guess it's the thought that counts. The Masada is almost all ambidextrous, from the selector switch, to the mag release, to the bolt release. Oh, that's right, the bolt release. First, pull the charging handle back. This will also unveil the hop-up, and then you'll find a bolt release on both sides. You press it down, and the hop-up chamber and bolt will slam forward. Makes a nice sound, and it's pretty cool. That little 5.56 round that I showed you earlier, well, that's used to get into the battery chamber and disassemble the rest of the gun, but for now I'll just show you the battery. The first step you're going to do is punch out the little pin in the front of the handguard. You'll notice that it locks into place and doesn't come out. The hand grip can then be slid off. The Magpul Masada has a pretty big battery compartment. Personally, I'm using a 1600 mAh 9.6 volt battery. Other things that you can run is a 7.4 LiPo or an 8.4. You can fit an 11.1 LiPo in there, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it because it'll strip your piston pretty quickly. The magazine locks into place extremely nicely. No wobble. I currently have 3 aftermarket magazines that I found to fit and feed well. The first is a G&G high cap. It has absolutely no wobble and is extremely nice. It has less wobble than the stock mag. The second one that I found is a Mag plastic 120 round mid-cap. It fits in with very little wobble and it feeds perfectly. The third mag that I have is an S-Arms mid-cap, 120 rounds, full metal, and it fits alright. If you don't lock it in, it tends to come out, but if you give it a nice push, it'll stay in there with absolutely no wobble. Stock, the Magpul Masada doesn't shoot that hot, with 0.2 grams, about 330 FPS, and with 0.25s, about 300 FPS. The stock range is excellent because it comes with a 6.04 tight bore and the stock range, I was reaching out to about 160 to 180 feet fairly accurately. The gun does have a few proprietary parts, one of them being the hop-up, which is located, the little wheel is here, and you turn it. The hop-up nub is proprietary, and the air nozzle and gearbox shell are proprietary. There's also a little micro switch to give you crisp, clear trigger response. Of any airsoft gun I've ever shot, this gun has the best trigger response of all of them. Just watch. It's great. The trigger response rivals that of a system by PTW, all because of a small little micro switch that they put into the gearbox. The Masada also features a quick detach barrel. Simply pull this down and pull it clockwise and it'll ratchet up. The only reason I don't want to do that now is because the hop-up set, and as a warning, if you try to take the barrel out while you hop-up set, you will squish the nub. The hop-up on the Masada is a little bit problematic. The nub is proprietary and only moves about a millimeter from full to minimum. It barely moves. And so the way that I found to remedy that, so you can actually curve with 2.5s, because I had trouble curving them on full, especially with 2.8s. I couldn't even get those to rise. I found that putting a PDI W-hole bucking cures that, and I've been hitting 2.5s accurately out to about 200 to 220 feet right now, and it is great. Overall, I give the Magpul PTS Masada a 9.5 out of 10. The only problem is the internals and a couple of proprietary parts. Externally, a 10 out of 10. Internally, an 8.5 out of 10. But this can be fixed extremely easily. The Magpul PTS Masada was purchased at Fox Airsoft for a total of $430. Go local.